Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Shaelle Firewisp. This is the sequence of main story events that you will have if you start a character in Ul'dah. Let's have a chat with Raubahn as we're at the very end of that sequence, and so things are going to start to look similar as they come together. Listen well, Shaelle. This will take some time to explain. The Ul'dahn Envoy. Raubahn means to entrust you with a task of the utmost import. I've prepared these letters for my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. "5 years ago, we looked on, powerless, as our brothers and sisters were taken from us at Carteneau, first by the Garleans, and then by the thrice-damned primal called forth by their treachery. Not a day goes by that I do not think of my fallen comrades, and of the warriors of light, of whom no trace remained. The tragedies of the calamity are not so easily forgotten, nor should they be, and remembering all we've lost, we're reminded of what we still have. And so I mean to mark the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Carteneau with a memorial service honouring the fallen. It is my hope that my counterparts in the Alliance will agree to do the same. And I would have you bear my words to them as my personal envoy. Why you? Because your deeds mark you out as the nearest thing I have to a warrior of light. I can think of none more worthy of the role. The question is, will you accept it?" "Then it is agreed. You will journey to Gridania and Limsa as my official representative. Now that's a great many miles to travel, but I've neither the time nor the patience to wait around while you do it on foot. I hereby grant you permission to use the airship routes connecting the 3 city-states. This pass serves as proof of your privilege." Don't lose it. Gone are the days when airship travel was available to all. The ever-present threat of Imperial attack has forced us to impose drastic restrictions out of concern for public safety. These passes are only granted when circumstance demands it, as in this case, though there were others who insisted you be granted one regardless. I, Shaelle, I'm not alone in seeing it. Your potential is plain. But I have said enough. In the name of the Sultana, I bid you go forth. See for yourself the wonders of the realm for which the warriors of light risked all. Rise to your calling and fulfill your promise. And should your path be barred by man or beast, strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. Now go, Shaelle, and heed the crystal's guidance, should you ever lose your way." Well, well, the Ul'dahn Envoy. Let's go speak with Momodi before she has a cow. It's not that far. I'm being extremely lazy every time I use the Ethernet to get to see Momodi. We'll just head up these stairs and then we'll take a side door. Oh no, we haven't even started our training as a thaumaturge. Momodi. "Ah, back from your meeting with Raubahn, are you? What did the big man have to say?" "Well, is that a fact? Personal envoy of the Flame General himself. So you'll be bearing the great man's words to the leaders of the Alliance, will you? And by airship? Bugger me, that's an honour and a half, that is. But I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. I'm so proud of you, Shaelle. I truly am. Now, I dare say Raubahn told you this, but not many people get to go on airships these days. In fact, most folk go to their graves having never once seen Eorzea from above. Poor buggers shuffle off to meet Thal, having never known the blues of Lominsa's shimmering seas or the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. But not you, Shaelle. You'll see those sights and more, and everywhere you go you'll find fascinating folk with fascinating tales to tell. the people you meet, the places you go. Savor these experiences, for they're priceless after all. Saying that, I'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Ul'dah ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might well be exactly what the General wants you to realise. I think he knows what kind of woman you are, Shaelle. And what kind's that, you ask? Why, the kind that can't resist sticking her nose in other people's business, of course. And don't you ever go changing. Safe travel, Shaelle. I'll see you when you get back. Well, well, we have unlocked airship travel. Let us go and speak with Eleonora at the airship landing. Now, because we have unlocked every single Ethernet shard in this city, we can just go direct to the airship landing using the Ethernet. Panma. Wow, what is he? Okay, let's not bug them too much. All right. Off we go. Airship landing. Boom. Eleonora, hi. Greetings, madam. This is the reservation counter for passengers travelling to Limsa Lominsa. If I'm not mistaken, you are the Flame General's envoy, Shaelle Firewisp, yes? Highwind Skyways is at your service. Will you be flying with us today? Absolutely. Let's go. All right. Boom. Let's board the airship. Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa Lominsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Oh, doesn't she look happy? We forgot to update her gear too. We'll have to do that in a minute. All right. Away we go. Oh, I love this bit. You just get to see all of the city and how each different airport takes off. Like there's Momodi, Thancred, and pretty much everyone that you'll meet if you actually stop and join the other things. Wow. When we first met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about her. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed, Shaelle. Godspeed. If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises from here to the far reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal. Oh, I know. Look at that. Oh, and then we hit into this cutscene. I will skip through this one a little bit faster than the last time. If only because we've seen this one a little bit before as well. So I won't put you through the long version. Within reason, and there are things I can't skip exactly. Meet the bad dudes. So like I said,
15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still.
Every single one of these
15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios.
comes together at the very end.
Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours.
And we know how that ended.
So we believe.
Or so we believed. All right. We have made it to Ul'dah. I know I did cut that one short because we are going to be playing it once more through Gridania. Where am I going? I'm looking for the ticketer. Right beside me, the arrivals attendant. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Lominsa, madam. Admiral Blofuswin awaits your arrival. Let's leave the landing area. And then basically these last two adventures, the last three adventures, are very, very similar. But like I said, you get that perspective from your starting zone. You're the Ul'dahn Envoy. Welcome to Lominsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the crow's lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Xanthale. He'll be pleased to show you into the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Rightio, lift attendant. Speak to Blanhus, and we'll go to Bulwark Hall. And then we'll head on over this way. Xanthale, the Storm Sergeant. Hi. Greetings, madam, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Here you go. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please step this way. We enter the cutscene with the Admiral.
Enter.
Ooh.
So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Ul'dahns place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
And so we give her the news. A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was an answer to the imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nail Vandana's Hell's Take Him intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to Cartano, where and there met the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal, Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smouldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louis-Soir still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nations struggle to recover from the devastation, the beast-men call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beast-men. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our border, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea. and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. I, Raubahn, has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I'll see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. You travel next to Gridania, yes? Yeah. Pray give my regards to the elder Seed Seer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Shaelle. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Very well. Let us speak. Just head over to the lift attendant with Ul'dahn at the airship landing. Alrighty, there they are, hiding behind the sign here. Ul'dahn. Greetings, madam. This is the coroner for passengers traveling to Gridania. A pleasure to serve you again, madam. Are you ready to board the airship with Gridania? Ah, certainly. Let's go. All right, off to Gridania as part of our Ul'dahn Envoy. Okay. These guys are such good pilots. Here we go. Okay. Well, let's go. One more errand to run. Which way are we heading? The wrong way. Right, okay. The arrivals attendant. That is the person we want to talk to, yes. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Gridania, madam. The elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Alright, let's leave the landing area. Let's speak with the serpent honor guard. Greetings, good madam. You are the Ul'dahn Envoy, are you not? I've received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the lotus stand where the elder Seed Seer awaits. Very well. Right, the stairs. No lifts here, just stairs. Looks like we've arrived at night. We're not going to get a great view of Gridania, but that's okay. The cool forest air. Probably a nice change from the cool night air of the desert. Let's attune to the Aetheryte. I think, yes, we didn't attune to the Aetheryte in Limsa, so that's going to cause us problems later. I won't run around and attune to every Aetheryte here, although it would save me a lot of time later. What we'll do is we'll just head on straight over to the Conjurer's Guild. So this character will be doing a lot of things off screen that you'll see Miriam doing on screen. But what the plan is for her to pursue Thaumaturge on screen. So you get to see the Thaumaturge and Black Mage class story through her. But all of the shared side quests and things we'll do mostly through Miriam, unless I miss something, in which case I'll bring Shaelle up to that point and we'll see it. Let's talk to the Silent Conjurer. You're the Ul'dahn Envoy. Begging your pardons, madam, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please come with me.
So you are the Ul'dahn Envoy.
Mm-hmm.
On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seed Seer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
I do. A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartino. Pray tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? Well, it would seem my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That is well. And? A message from the Admiral? A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Ilsebard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magitech some 50 years past helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Ilsebard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformation did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor. Solus Zosgalvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail and ever more prone to illness. If rumors are to be believed, the matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much-needed time to rebuild. Yet we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea, in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius van Belsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. The calamity wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds. Never mind rebuild our defences. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding a brazen wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may help to rekindle the spirit of unity which brought the people of Eorzea together when last the Empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home. There we go. You may now make use of the airship routes connecting the 3 nations. Before you may board an airship, you must pay the requisite fare in gil. Minions. Alrighty, give me a minute. So down over here, you'll see we now have a red dot. This is a wind-up airship and is designated as a minion if you look under the little picture. We right-click, we click Use, and we have our own little airship. We also, if we go into character, we can go to Minion Guide and we can see that we now have our very first minion, and we could set that to following us around if we wished. Okay. I've just noticed though that our food has run out, so let's eat this marmot steak. It's bound to be delicious. I hope the Silent Conjurer is not offended. Rightio. But guys, on that note, I am going to bid you adieu. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. Next episode will be the last main scenario quest we do with Shaelle Firewisp, unless I hit some trouble with Miriam. But on that note, I'll check you later.